the Lezlie Show. Today we're going to learn about how to make the world a better place, one day at a time through rainbow yoga. And our special guest today just happens to be, stay tuned guys.
Hey everybody, and welcome to it's the Dave Show today. I'm Dave, and we're going to interview Lezlie, because she has something to tell us, something I've never heard of, but I'm really curious. It's called rainbow yoga. Now, if you know Lezlie, she does a lot of different things. She has Leslie's Showcase of Talent. She has this show. She's done triathlons. She's a musician. She's a singer and a ventriloquist. So now she's into rainbow yoga. So let's find out what it is. It sounds very colorful. Pun intended. Hi, Lezlie. Welcome to your show.
Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Dave Campbell.
So what is rainbow yoga?
Well, rainbow yoga is a way to basically change the world. It was started by Angel and Gopala Yapla about 15 years ago, and they were trying to figure out a way to bring more peace, kindness, and love to the planet. So this rainbow yoga is throughout the entire world, and it's not your typical yoga. It's rainbow yoga is their philosophy is if we're not having fun, then we're not doing yoga. So the whole premise is about having fun. And kids start learning at an early age as to who they are. Their self-esteem is being made by the time they're 5 years old. So this is about programming the kids in a positive way, of positive reinforcements, teaching them love and kindness, and also having fun.
Everything wrapped up in one. So that's the main difference between the regular yogas, that you're doing different games, maybe puppetry or different things like that?
Well, Gopala was basically trained in India, and I guess he was kind of more like a serious monk, and then he decided, you know what, life is about having fun also. And so, oh my gosh, it is so much fun, rainbow yoga. So the premise of rainbow yoga is you're actually strengthening yourself, you're working on your muscles, you're working on your mind, and it basically incorporates different yoga moves with hula hoops, dancing, singing, laughing.
Oh, okay. So that's what I was going to ask you. What do you actually do? You play all these games and you do the poses, and what do you do?
Okay, so basically when we talk about the poses, we would talk, for example, about the let's just say the downward dog, right? In typical yoga, we have what's called the downward dog. But in the children's rainbow yoga, we actually become dogs.
What?
So, yeah, we're actually getting down like a dog.
You act it out?
We'll show you that later, but we actually act it out. In all the different poses are animal poses. So we're saying, okay, we're doing the dog pose. We're doing the elephant pose. And we're getting kids to stretch, but we're getting them to do it in a fun and positive way. So we have story time, and so it's actually an educational program as well, because with rainbow yoga they're learning basically about other parts of the world, how they function. They're learning about the ocean, they're learning about fish, they're learning about the environment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're learning about outer space. So it's basically story time, education, with using the poses at the same time.
And fun. So I see you have a lot of little things here. Is there a certain age group that you work with, or young, old, babies? What can you do with that?
Well, basically, rainbow yoga is from when you're 1 year old all the way up to you're 100 years old.
1 year old?
Yeah, in fact, my little grandbaby is going to be making his debut, little Jimmy Thor, on the show today. He's 5 months old, and we're gonna show a little example of how you can actually do baby yoga.
Wow, that's impressive.
Because it's good to start the yoga as soon as they're born with the positive reinforcements, because as we get older, we start becoming stiff, right? So we want to move. That's the whole thing about the yoga, is to move and to be flexible. So to answer your question, it's for all ages, and a lot of people say, do you have to be in really great shape?
Yeah, I was going to ask you that, yeah.
I remember somebody was telling me the other day, oh, I would never do yoga because that's for all skinny people, and they're all into the vegetarian diets. That's not true. It's for any age, any size. It's for any person to get started. But you're good to start as a child. And we do all kinds of singing in here and laughing. We have so much fun in rainbow yoga. So
how long would a session last for children?
Well, for children that are like under 10 years old, rainbow yoga is like 45 minutes or less because the children's attention span is a lot less than.
Sounds like they're just getting into the fun and they have to stop.
Well, the kids, when they're little kids, they have a very, I call it the monkey brain. They go from one subject to another subject, so we got to keep them busy. So we're doing the banana pose, we're doing the thunder pose, we're doing this pose, we're doing that pose, and then mixed with the stories and mixed with the hula hoops. So it keeps them hopping. Now, as people get older, they don't obviously like all that change. They're more into a slower groove.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because I'm one of those people. Well, how did you find out about it, and what got you motivated to explore this?
Well, I got into it because of all the turmoil in the world, and I thought, what could I do as a person to help the world? I'm not really a political person, but there's got to be something that I could do. And I thought, you know what? I'm good with kids. I like kids, and it all starts with kids. I think that all the problems in the world start when kids are little kids and the way they're programmed. So this is a way for positive self-esteem. Like, we have different books on self-esteem, and when we do our poses, we say positive affirmations like I'm strong, I'm powerful, and it's all programming in a positive fashion.
Wow, that sounds like fun. Well, are you going to show us some of these poses and different things here? Do we have time for that?
Yeah, I'd be glad to. One thing I'd like to add before we do start is to how to get the kids into the poses longer is we use the animals for the kids to stretch. So when they need to stretch, we hold an animal out. And so by them seeing the animal, they're trying to stretch further to touch the animal. So it's good psychology for them to be very flexible as well. So yeah, I'd be glad to show you some of the poses and introduce you to my grandson, Jimmy Thor.
Okay, thank you.
So we're going to learn how to do the kids' downward dog. This is my daughter, Adrienne Weathers, and she's going to be our model today to teach a little bit of the rainbow yoga. So this is how you do the downward dog in the rainbow yoga. Okay, so this is the typical downward dog for regular yoga, but with rainbow yoga, they actually turn into dogs. So the dog wags its tail, and the dog barks. And now I'm going to walk the dog. All right. Well, another one is we can now do the cat-cow. And we could put an animal on the back. Try to balance the... Or we could try the caterpillar with the downward dog, or the cat-cow, excuse me. Okay, so let's try a forward fold. We have a little psychology here of getting the children to go even further. And our psychology is we get them to go further with an animal. So you want to try the forward fold? Okay, so when they know that they got to touch the animal, it's going to make them even stretch more. With rainbow yoga, you can play with all kinds of music, and you can dance around and sing while you're doing this. All right. Okay. So another one, let's try the warrior pose, the warrior 2. So when you do these poses, you can try to balance an animal on your hand. She's got the duck pose. Okay. All right, for now, the star of the show, we're going to bring out our grandson, little Jimmy Thor, because yoga, rainbow yoga, is for babies too, like we said. So let's bring out our big star of the day, little Jimmy Thor. All right. His very first debut, little Jimmy. All right, so let's show him how to do some rainbow yoga. Okay, so with rainbow yoga, the way you do this is you could do the downward dog, but while you're doing the downward dog, you might want to massage your baby in between and tickle him and kiss him and play with him. See? Hi, baby. And he's enjoying this, huh? Whoa.
He's smiling.
He's enjoying this. What a great way to bond with your baby, by doing rainbow yoga with him, massaging him, kissing him, playing with him, and he's laying there laughing, enjoying the whole thing.
This is funny.
He's cracking up, and look at this. Look at him. Babies just love bright colors, and they thrive on this. Okay, let's try the crab or the bridge. Let's try the bridge with little Jimmy. Okay, so this is called the bridge pose.
I got you upside down.
Go. Whee! Whee! Baby yoga. Woohoo! Little Jimmy. He likes that one. Yay! All right, so you can play with them and tickle them and tease them. Okay. All right, can I have little Jimmy now? Okay. Another fun one that you can do is called the butterfly pose. Ooh, and the way you do the butterfly pose is you're like this, right? This is the butterfly. And when the baby gets older, you can start telling stories. But for right now, you can go like this. And as they get older, you can tell them about the butterflies and how they become butterflies and how they fly out of the cocoon. And they become this big, big, beautiful, massive blue butterfly, huh? Yes. 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 There we go. Yeah. You like your grandma here, huh? Being a butterfly? Yeah. Woo! Woo! And I see he's starting at an early age. And so, as a baby, we're all born very, very flexible. So you could like take their arms and cross them out like this, and their little legs, and just cross them out like that, in and out, and in and out. Look at them go. Baby yoga, baby yoga, baby yoga. Woo! See? Now when he's 30 years old, he can look back and he can say, look at me, when I was just 5 months old, I already was on television.
You're famous.
Yeah, a little famous Jimmy. Okay, Adrian, thank you so much. We also have hula hoops here too. And we play different hula hoop games, and those are a lot of fun. And it's passing the hula hoop. But little babies, they love animals, they love color, they like music, they love laughter. See? All right, Jimmy. All right, well, let's give a good hand for my daughter Adrian and little Jimmy Thor. Yay!
Yes, well, we're back here, and we just saw a beautiful demonstration with little Jimmy Thor and Adrian and Lezlie showing off some pretty cool stuff, and I thought little Jimmy Thor was the star of the show. So how old is little Jimmy?
Little Jimmy just turned 5 months old.
5 months old, and he's doing all that flexible stuff, and, well, you said the little kid's a lot more flexible than us elderly people.
Yeah, well, from what they say is when you come out of the womb, you're flexible. And as you get older, you start becoming more and more stiff. So you want to keep up the flexibility. I remember that I used to be really stiff and I was always having back problems. And I thought, well, it's just a sign of getting older. You start getting aches and pains. And since I started doing the yoga, I can honestly say that I never have any back problems.
Wow.
I've never have any issues. That the yoga is, in my opinion, one of the most important things you can do. And why not do it and have fun doing it too, right?
Yeah. So with a little baby like that, how many different poses and exercises can you do? Is it just limited to a few, or just use your imagination, or are there definite things you do?
Well, with a lot of little babies, you can pretty much use your imagination and just kind of stretch them and sing to them. The babies love singing, and their very favorite thing is colors. 5 and under, they absolutely love colors, and the more movement, the better.
Mm-hmm. Now, in your regular yoga class you take, do people bring their babies?
No, that is specifically called baby yoga.
Oh, okay.
But I wanted to talk about the importance of yoga for children, because it seems like the world is so full of stress nowadays that the kids need to decompress themselves from this crazy coronavirus that we had. And a lot of kids are suffering from depression and anxiety. And this, I feel, is one of the solutions for it, because not only do we have fun in there, but we also learn breathing and relaxation techniques. Like, we start the class, we're like, okay, let's all just breathe in the rainbow yoga. And so the rainbow yoga teaches breathing exercises to breathe deep from the diaphragm and just breathe in all that good energy and just take a big breath, or breathe in the sunshine.
I feel relaxed already. It's beautiful. We're out here in Waller Park, beautiful Waller Park in Santa Maria, and we're breathing and taking in the sunshine and playing some fun things here.
Absolutely.
So is there anything else you want to wind it up with?
Well, I just want to talk about the kids nowadays. I feel like our country, I shouldn't say our country, the world would be in so much better shape if we were able to get out in nature more and to actually converse with other people, rather than let's just go in the house and get our phones and work on these keyboards. Let's work on the computer. Let's work on the phone. But how about getting outside and being by trees and being in the grass and being with other people and socializing and dancing and laughing? And it's like it used to be when we were kids.
Well, everybody's looking forward to that now after being isolated for, a year and a half in our homes and not being able to go out and wearing masks and stuff. But yeah, let's get out there and have a good time.
Yeah, because remember when we were kids, we'd stay outside and we'd play freeze tag, or we'd play it, or we'd play hide and go seek. And so it's like, let's get back to those days again. And rainbow yoga covers that too. We play games called freeze tag. So we're running around, and then the music stops and we go freeze, and then the child gets into like the yoga pose. So there's probably hundreds of games that are played in rainbow yoga that you can do indoors or outdoors.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we certainly enjoyed having you on your show, Lezlie.
It's been great being on my show. It's been a lot of fun, and
your family too.
I'm very passionate about rainbow yoga, because I feel like if we start spreading this around the world, it's just going to keep growing and growing. I'm the only one, I believe, in my class that's an American. They've got people from all over the world taking these classes, so I just hope it spreads. And the main message of rainbow yoga is to teach love and kindness to people, and to just spread love and kindness. And the more peaceful you feel within inside of yourself, the more you're going to be able to radiate that to other people.
Fantastic. Well, I'm looking forward to this getting started, and I'll be in your class.
All right, join all the other 5-year-olds.
Well, you know me.
So, all right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dave, for having me.
You're welcome. Having you.
Hey, everyone. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining the Lezlie Show today, and thank you for our great host, Mr. Dave. He did a great job. We had so much fun. We crack ourselves up on this show. Anyway, never, ever let anyone take your mojo. Bye now.